please everyone respond in the chat window? Could you please everyone respond in the chat window? Please respond, everyone respond in the chat window. Is it everyone can respond in the chat window? Okay, right. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Let's continue on this. Let's complete on this. Okay, right. So we need to begin taking care about in implementing or working this particular STLC activity, right? So we have been taking care about in working with STLC. As part of STLC, we need to begin taking care about in completing all the testing related activities. Considering the one we need to begin mentioned, the one we need to begin mentioned, taking with requirement understanding, and after that we mentioned about this plan and considering that taking with the scenarios and then consider test cases and then mention that taking with test execution and after that consider bug reporting and then considering the test closure. So this is what we need to begin taking care about in implementing with STLC. So as part of STLC, as part of STLC, we need to begin taking care about in implementing these particular activities here. In that, we need to begin take care about in understanding one by one, need to begin take care about in implementing or understanding each and every particular step. That is what we have been discussed about. That is what we have been discussing about how we can implement all these particular things. So before going with these things, we are already done the activity of folder creation, right? So we are already done with the activity. We done with the activity of folder creation. Okay. Now after folder creation, the very first activity, after folder creation, we need to begin take care about. After folder creation, we need to begin take care about having with that particular folder creation, we need to begin taking with requirements understanding. The meaning of requirements understanding, the meaning of requirement understanding, we need to begin mentioning that taking care about in referring with all that particular project related documents based on that project, based on that project and based on that particular client, based on that project and based on that particular client, we need to take care about in referring with all available documents. As an example, we need to begin mentioning the BRS document and then taking with SRS document and taking with FRS document. Just an example, we provided or we mentioned these documents. Not like exactly will take care about, not like exactly will take care about these particular things here. The one we got BRS document, taking with SRS document and taking with FRS document here. and then which you will be taking with which need to be get any of these documents are not available. In case of any of these documents or any of these documents are not available, right? So in case of any of these particular documents are not available, we need to be take care about in referring with mock-ups here. I mean, according to that particular project, you may get requirement document, or you may get mock-up, or you may get both the things. Sometime there is a possibility both the things also not available, then we need to be take care about considering the sample application. We need to be take care about considering the sample application, right? So the one you will be taking with requirement documents here, which you will be considering the requirement documents that you will be taking with mock-ups and then taking with sample application. Now, based on that project, based on that client, whatever the documents are there, we need to take care about in referring with that particular documents here. Now, in a similar way, we are taking care about, in considering our project. We are working with our project, considering that taking with adapting. The project what we are working, considering that adapting here. Right? So this particular adapting project, we need to test it. So to test, what we have to do, we need to understand the requirements. So that particular requirements, right? So that particular requirements depends on the project. For now, as part of our project related to adapting project, we got in a document considering that SRS document related to our adapting project also. We are having SRS document is provided. Now, what exactly you guys need to do is, you need to take care about, in understanding. This particular SRS document. Okay, what we'll do is, previously we had already done the folder structure. So you guys also created all the respective folders in your local system. If we look into that particular folder structure, we created one particular folder, right? We created one particular folder taking with adapting. We created one particular folder. Which you will be taking with adapting. Under that, we got all the required subfolders here. Now, in this particular documents folder, we need to be take care about. In this particular documents folder, we need to be taking care about providing that particular requirement document. Now, don't be confused. as simple as related to our adactin project, we required SRS document. So what you guys need to do, you guys need to get refer your Google Classroom, right? You guys need to get refer your Google Classroom. Hope everyone is available in the Google Classroom. Still anyone is not added into Google Classroom, please cross check with the management team. Please cross check with the management team. I hope everyone is added to Google Classroom. Is it everyone available? Is it everyone got added to Google Classroom? Okay, perfect guys, perfect. Still in case of anyone not added, still in case of anyone is not added to Google Classroom, please cross check with the management team. Please cross check with the management team, because all the things I'm providing in the Google Classroom only. All the things I'm providing in the Google Classroom only. Okay, right. Now we can see here. So here I'm just providing that particular respective SRS document. I'm just providing that particular respective SRS document. So we need to be provide that particular respective SRS document here. Right? So now you can see here, this is which you will be considering that taking with adactin, and then which you will be mentioning that SRS. Right. So this is what we need to be take care about. This is what we need to be considering that SRS document. Now, what exactly you guys need to do is you need to download SRS document. First download it. Once you guys download it, that particular SRS document, you have to provide in the folder of documents. You need to provide in the project folder of documents here. Take care about, you need to get providing in the fold documents here. Okay. Once you got folder of documents, provided in the folder of documents. Now your assignment. What exactly your assignment for the tomorrow session? What exactly your assignment for the tomorrow session is? This is what you got SRS document. This is what you got SRS document. What is the assignment is, you guys need to refer this SRS document. You guys need to refer SRS document. Once you got refer the SRS document, once you guys refer this SRS document, prepare one document considering as requirement understanding document. You guys prepare one document, Word file, Notepad file, whatever you are comfortable. You can prepare, like consider like Word file or taking with text document, whatever you are comfortable, you need to take care about in documenting it. What do you have to document? What do you have to prepare? See your assignment. First, document what you got understand, from SRS. Your assignment is the SRS document SRS document is provided. Okay, SRS document is provided. SRS document is provided in your Google Classroom. First download it. Once you have been downloaded, you need to. Once you have been downloaded, you need to take care about preparing some points saying that what you got to understand from the SRS. Refer it, read it. You guys need to read the document. You need to spend time in understanding and just document it what exactly you got to understand it. And while referring, you will get some questions also. I mean, you will get some doubts. By referring that particular one, you will be getting some doubts also. So what exactly the doubts we have? For example, what you are not, what you are not understand, what you are not understand from SRS. Assignment for the tomorrow session. Download SRS document from the Google Classroom. Download SRS document from the Google Classroom. And then provide in your project documents folder. Provide in your project documents folder. Right. Provide in your documents folder. Okay. After that, open the document, read it. Just go through the whole document and then you can come up with one Word file, your own Word file, text file, whatever you are comfortable. In that text file, first document, these are all the points I got to understand. This is what I understand by referring the application, by referring SRS document. These are the points did not understand by referring the document. So that is what exactly your assignment. Is that everyone clear on the assignment? Is that everyone clear on the assignment for tomorrow's session? Please respond in the chat window, guys. Please respond in the chat window. Is it everyone clear about your assignment? Is it everyone clear or not? Don't be confused, guys. Don't be confused. What I'm saying is, first download the requirement document. From where you will download? You will download from the Google Classroom, right? Once you download Google Classroom, from the Google Classroom, provide that SRS document into documents folder. Your project, previously created folder structure, right? Adapt in under that documents. Now, under the documents folder, that SRS document will be there. Under the document folder, that particular SRS document will be there. Okay. Now what you have to do is, what need to be do? What exactly need to be do it? Okay. So what exactly how to do is create one text file or Word file, whatever you are comfortable. Whatever you are comfortable, you can create whatever you are comfortable. You can create one particular text file. You can create one text file or Word file according to yours requirements, understanding, this is what understand. What you understand. What you understand by referring. By referring SRS document. After that, what you have not, what you have not understand. What you have not understand. What you understand, what you have not understand. These two things need to be documented. Okay? Is that clear now? Is that clear now? Okay. Right. Okay. Right? All right, guys. Okay. So this is what the assignment. This is what the assignment for tomorrow. Please try to work on this assignment. Okay. Now let's move on to another new concept. Let's move on to another new concept. After requirement understanding, after requirement understanding, after requirement understanding, need to be get move to the next concept. After requirements understanding, need to be get move to the next concept that will be taking with test plan. That will be taking with test plan. Okay, right. So let's understand what exactly, let's understand what exactly mean by, what exactly mean by this test plan and how we need to begin, how we need to begin work with this particular respective test plan. Okay, let's see that, let's understand. For that, you guys take with the new heading. You guys can write with the new heading. Write with the new heading test plan. You guys can write. You guys can write the new heading. Mention the test plan. Mention the test plan. Okay. Now, so you guys can write with the new heading is test plan and make a note of the description up to highlighted one. Please make a note of the description. Please make a note of the description up to highlighted one. Up to that highlighted one, up to that highlighted one, make a note of the description. Just make a note of the description. Just make a note of the description up to that particular highlighted one. Up to that particular highlighted one, make a note of the description. Please everyone, make a note of up to the highlighted one. Just up to the highlighted one, guys. Once it is done, once it is done, once it is done, just continue the same. Just continue the same. Mention the entry criteria. entry criteria up to this, exit criteria up to this. Just continue up to the highlighted one. Just continue up to the highlighted one. Just continue up to the highlighted one. Just continue the same guys. Just continue up to the highlighted one. That entry criteria, all that points. Entry criteria, all that points. Exit criteria, all the points. Entry criteria, that points. Exit criteria, that particular points.
ఇప్పుడు అబ్బాయి వచ్చింది వెళ్ళిపోయాడు బండి తీసుకుంటానే బండి తీసుకుంటాను
Both the points up to the highlighted one. Just make a note of up to the highlighted one. Is that done guys? Is it everyone done? Is it everyone done guys? Okay. Okay. Alright guys. So let's understand what exactly mean by this. What exactly mean by this and how exactly we can work with these particular things here. What exactly mean by this and how exactly we can work with these particular things. Okay, now see the understanding. The very first thing, according to the real-time standards, this particular test plan taking care by test lead. This particular test plan taking care by test lead. The test lead will take care about in implementing with the whole test plan. The test lead will take care about in implementing with the whole test plan activity. Now what this test lead will be doing, he has to prepare the plan. You need to prepare the plan. To get prepared, the test plan, he was taking care about entry criteria and considering the exit criteria. He was taking care about in having entry criteria and considering the exit criteria. The meaning of entry criteria, saying that documents to be referred, to perform particular activity. The meaning of entry criteria, documents to be referred to perform particular activity. Documents to be referred to perform particular activity. At the same time, we got exit criteria. This particular exit criteria need to be get understand. This particular exit criteria considering the result or output. The exit criteria need to be get considering the result or output. Now, what is the meaning of these particular, as simple. The meaning of entry criteria, we are saying that documents to be referred to perform particular activity. The best example, let's consider BTech exams. When you started your BTech preparation, your exam preparation, what is the first activity we'll do? If you take your BTech exam preparation, consider your BTech exam preparation, what is the first activity we'll be doing? What is the first activity? Timetable, okay. Apart from the timetable, first activity, right? The very first activity you will be trying is what are the textbooks need to refer, right? First we will try to collect the information. In considering the what are all textbooks need to be get referred. That is what we will do. Like, is that only one textbook? What company textbook? Or you guys, anyone written the proper notes? That is what you are doing the first activity, right? The very first activity you are doing is you are trying to collect the information of what are all the textbooks need to refer. Once you got all that information, they'll start doing your preparation. The same thing will be applied in the IT company. Because of the BTech, you are referring the textbook. Now IT job, because of the IT job, in a place of textbook, you are taking with requirement document. In that, what is the first document? The first document considering that approved PMP. The very first document considering that approved PMP. Meaning of PMP, project management plan. The meaning of PMP, project management plan. That means what test lead will be doing to prepare the test plan. he need to take care about to prepare the test plan. He need to take care about in referring with the document that he will be taking with PMP document. That he will be taking with PMP document. Now, apart from that, taking with another document, SRS, which you will be taking with another document, SRS, software requirement specification. SRS, software requirement specification. Not like only SRS document. As part of the preference, it is given SRS document. But not like mandatory only SRS document. Related to that project, according to that particular project, whatever the documents are there, you will take care about in referring. You will take care about in referring with that particular.
హలో
సార్ నమస్తే
ఆ,
సార్ నేను కర్నూలు ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ ఆఫీస్ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతాను.
ఆ,
మా కంపెనీలో వర్క్ వేకెన్సీ ఖాళీ ఉందా? మీకు ఏమైనా పనిచేసే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంది సార్? హలో
లేదులే లేదు.
Guidelines need to be considered. Rules and regulations. What exactly the standards need to be followed? What exactly the standards need to be get followed in preparing that particular respective test plan here? What exactly the respective standards need to be followed to prepare that particular respective test plan? As an example, let's consider BTech exam. You will do your preparation. You will going to enter into the exam hall. Before entering into the exam hall, you will get some rules and regulations. At the time of your entering into the exam hall, will you get some rules and regulations? Yes or no? You will get some rules and regulations, right? So that is what the guidelines. So while preparing the test plan also, need to be get follow some guidelines related to that particular project. And at the same time, taking with test plan template. So that particular template, you will be considering that format. That particular template, you will be considering that format here. So if we take with the template, that you will be considering that format. I mean, some structure. So what test lead will do? He need to prepare the plan. To prepare the test plan, he will take care about all these things and then he will come up with preparing with the test plan here. So once all the test plan prepared, taking with exit criteria, that particular exit criteria reviewed and approved. That particular exit criteria reviewed and approved. So that is what you will be taking with entry criteria and then taking with exit criteria. As simple, you guys are writing the exam. Once you guys write with the exam, is it you guys will correct the exam? You are writing the exam. Once you write the exam, is that you guys will correct the exam? No, right? You will not correct the exam. So in the real time also, test plan will be prepared. Test plan will be prepared by the test lead only. Test plan has been prepared. By this particular test lead only. Once test lead has been prepared, this particular manager will take care about Manager will take care about doing with the review. Manager will take care about doing with the review and then taking with approve. The manager will be taking care about in doing with the review and then taking with approve. So that is what will be taking with exit criteria. Now the conclusion, sometime in an interviewer will ask a question. Interviewer will ask a question saying that explain entry criteria, explain entry criteria and exit criteria for the test plan. Explain entry criteria and exit criteria for the test plan. Then you need to be take care about in referring with these particular points here. Okay, so now we are not preparing the test plan, but even though we are not preparing the test plan, even though we are not preparing the test plan, we need to understand, we need to be get understand that what are all the content available in the test plan. Even though we are not preparing with the test plan, we need to understand that what exactly the content available in the test plan. What exactly the content available in the test plan. So let's understand what exactly mean by this. So for that, to understand in a more better way, please make a note of these points also. Contents in test plan. Take with the main heading is contents in the test plan. Take with the main heading is contents in test plan and make a note of the point of 6.1. Just make a note of up to 6.1. Just make a note of up to 6.1. Take with the main heading is contents in test plan. Contents in test plan. Contents in test plan. Just make a note of up to 6.2. Up to 6.2. Just make a note of up to 6.2, guys. All the students, please make a note of up to 6.2. Make a note of all the points. Don't get skipped with the points. Make a note of all that particular points. Just make a note of up to 6.2, we'll understand. Up to highlighted one, guys. Up to 6.2. Done, guys? Is that everyone done? Up to 6.2. let's understand. Let's understand what exactly mean by this. What exactly mean by this? So first thing, our very first understanding, we got test plan. Test plan taken care by or prepared by test lead. Test lead is taking care about. Test lead is taking care about in preparing. Test lead is taking care about in preparing with the whole test plan activity. To prepare that particular test plan, to prepare that particular test plan, taking with entry criteria and exit criteria, taking with entry criteria and exit criteria. The meaning of entry criteria, documents to be referred to perform that particular activity. So test lead will take care about in referring with all that particular documents, and they will come up with preparing with the plan here. To prepare that particular plan, he was providing some details. So we are not worried how it is prepared, how test plan is prepared, how test plan is prepared. We are not worried. Just we are trying to understand that what are all the information provided in the test plan. According to the first point, introduction. First point is introduction. That particular introduction, considering that particular introduction, considering that a small overview, a small overview or description, a small overview or description related to that particular test plan. A small overview or description related to that particular test plan. That is what first point, introduction. Meaning of introduction, a small overview or description related to test plan. Okay. Then we got test plan objective. Test plan objective. The test plan objective, why test plan has been prepared, why test plan has been prepared, or why test plan is required, that information provided. Why test plan is required, that information provided as part of test plan objective. Then taking with scope of the document, considering the purpose of the document, that scope of the document, which you will be taking with the scope of the document, you will be taking with purpose of the document, right? So the scope of the document, considering the purpose of the document, and then taking with test strategy. The meaning of test strategy, according to your understanding, what is the general meaning of strategy? The people will say the strategy, right? What is the meaning of strategy? What is the meaning of strategy? According to your understandings, what is the meaning of the strategy? Right. So as simple, sometimes when you guys are writing the exam, your seniors or your friends will say that follow this strategy to get pass in the exam, or do the preparation in this way. Follow the strategy for doing the preparation. I mean, rather than saying that plan, can we consider like process? can we consider like in a process? It's simple. The strategy, that strategy, can we consider like in a process? Right? I mean, they will say that follow this process to get more marks in the exam. Follow this process to complete the training program. Follow this process to get a job. So that strategy we can consider like in a process. Now, when it's come to the testing perspective, this particular test lead, need to come up with what are all different types of testings to be done as part of test strategy. What are all different types of testings to be done? The meaning of test strategy, considering that what are all different types of testings need to be done. Right? So that is what we will be taking with test strategy. According to that project requirement, this particular, according to the project requirement, this particular test lead need to be get coming up with in saying that what are all different type of testings to be done. And at the same time, which you will be taking with environment requirements. At the same time, you will be taking with environment requirements. Environment, in which environment need to be tested. That particular environment requirement, considering that in which environment need to be tested. Like an example, we can consider that this particular environment, considering that this particular environment, we can say that development environment, and then consider taking with testing environment, and then consider live environment or production. So this is how you will different type of environments, saying that development environment, testing environment, and then consider live environment or production. So as a test lead, we need to be mentioned that in which environment the application need to be tested, and then taking test schedule. This particular test schedule, considering the timelines. This particular test schedule, considering the timelines. Right? So that particular test schedule, considering the timelines, when we need to start the testing, when it has to be completed, at what time scenarios need to be started, by when the scenarios need to be completed, test cases when it has to be started, when it has to be completed. So all the schedule, all the timelines provided here. So considering that, taking with test schedule. Okay. So and then we got consider control procedure, considering that process. Particular control system review. What mean by this reviews? What exactly mean by this reviews? According to real-time standards, this particular according to real-time standards, these particular reviews, need to be get considered. this particular review, we need to begin considering that the one you will be taking with peer review. The one you are taking with peer review. Another one which you will be taking with senior tester, and another one which you will be taking with test lead, review. So according to the real-time standards, you will be having peer review. Anyone knows about peer review? What is the meaning of the peer review? Meaning of peer review. Right. So the meaning of peer review is nothing but colleagues review or team member review. For example, you're working as a tester. Tester 1 write the scenarios. Tester 2 will review the scenarios written by the tester 1. Tester 1 will review the scenarios of tester 3. That plan provided by this particular taking with that particular plan provided by this particular test lead only, right? So I mean considering that as simple as taking with the review. One is peer review, another one is a tester, and then taking with test lead. Cease for get mentioning board, cease for get mentioned. According to the real-time perspective, that particular reviews also need to be done. What kind of the reviews need to be done? So that information also need to be provided in the test plan here. And after that, taking with bug review. Assume that you are totally new. To that particular project. As you are totally new to the project, either you have been identifying proper bugs or not. Need to be get reviewed by the test lead, because you are totally new to the project, right? As you are totally new to the project, in that particular project, proper bugs has been identified or not. Need to be get take care about. Having with this particular test plan need to be done. This is what, as part of the test plan, the test lead need to be get coming up with, in providing all the information is introduction, considering third a small overview. Introduction, a small overview or related to test plan, and then test plan objective. So the test plan objective, why? I mean, the test plan objective, considering that why exactly test plan to be prepared. The test plan to be prepared. Scope of the document, purpose of the document. Considering the purpose of the document. Then test strategy. So test strategy considering the process, saying that the different types of testing to be performed, different types of testings to be performed. As an example, all these testings are mentioned, not like exactly only these testing, as an example. So test strategy, testings to be performed according to that project. Environment requirements, which environment need to be tested, in which environment need to be tested, considering the development environment, testing environment, live environment or production. Indirectly URL, which URL need to use it to test the application. After that, test schedule, considering the timelines. When testing need to be started, when testing to be completed, when scenarios need to be started, when scenarios will close it. So when it has to be completed, all that schedule, all the schedule provided as part of the test schedule, and considering the control procedure, considering the control procedure, which you will be taking, which you will be taking with considering that review. First review, considering the peer review. After peer review, after peer review, senior tester. After senior tester, taking with test lead. And after that, it will come to environment requirements. Okay, so this is how we got in a different type of the reviews and different type of environment requirements. Okay, so you guys doesn't require to get any preparation of these things here. Just need to be get comfortable how you can get explained in the interviews. That is what you guys need to be get look into that. Okay, right. So after that, we got some more points. We got some more points here. So which need to be get taking care about functions to be tested, not to be tested. So a lot of other options are there. What are the functionalities to be tested? What are the functionalities not to be tested? Need to understand all these points. That will understand. And after that, taking with test scenarios. Need to care about the scenarios. What is scenarios? By scenarios, that will understand. What is mean by test scenarios? You will understand. But in a meanwhile, up to now, is that everyone is clear? Up to now, is that everyone is in case of any specific clarifications? In case of specific clarifications, please let me know. Up to now, everyone is here? Okay. So other points we got, all these points I'll discuss in tomorrow. All these points I'll discuss tomorrow. By the tomorrow, we can complete the test plan. Tomorrow, we can complete with the test plan and need to be coming up with a very most important one, test scenarios. As a tester, the very most important one, test scenarios. So how to write that particular test scenarios, how to document that particular test scenarios, everything we have to discuss. So that part we'll be discussing. But before going to that, please take care about in understanding your requirements, and then, okay. So, and then need to begin start preparing the test scenarios. Yeah. No more other questions, right? When we'll start practical sessions, guys, this is what I can a practical. That is what the assignment you got. So we are already started with the project. Consider we are doing the project here. So that practical, that is what the one assignment you got. Okay. Right. So Google Classroom code, you need to check with the management team. Google Classroom, tomorrow we'll try to complete test plan and deposit will start taking with, okay, so which it will be taking with another new concept that will be taking with Google, which will be started with a new concept of test scenarios here. Okay. When we'll start the testing, what we are doing now, testing process, all these things need to be comfortable for doing our testing process. Okay. Yeah. Test plan is not finished, guys. Test plan is not finished. Only some points has been finished. Remaining points I'll continue tomorrow. Remaining points I'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Any otherwise we'll see from the meeting. The meaning of peer review is team member review. Team member review or colleagues review. Team member review or colleagues review, that will be considered that peer review. Okay. Yes, we never write any code related adaptive because we are not developers. Developers will take care of it as it tester. We are not writing any of the code. As it said, we are not writing any code. Just will take care about in testing the application.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Okay, guys.
stand
Please take about the things. Meet you tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
okay.